Welcome to another edition of the Glittering Bones of Advertising. I'm Craig McLeod, and I'd like to go around the grounds and introduce everyone before we kick off today.
You're going to introduce, or?
No, let's just introduce ourselves. You go first.
Yeah, hi.
CARO here again, causing a ruckus.
Nice. Good to see you. Welcome back, Gabs, too. Yeah, hi.
Hi.
And Johnny Douglas, lovely to have you on board. Now, look, I'm going to start today just with a little thing that I like to call the feels. Now, when you're producing anything that's going to try and, I don't know, evoke an emotional response from someone, you've got to build a little bit of the feels. Like, it's got to make your hairs on your arms stand up. I want to feel like someone's walked over my grave, if that's the saying. I don't know. I want to get something from it. Can we take a quick look at this?
Yeah, the squiz.
Welcome to game one of the NBA Finals.
We're all in the finals. 10 on the floor, millions on the edge. Half of us are about to learn the difference between champagne and just pain. This is a test for big fans and small forwards of will and emotions. 48 minutes, long enough for everyone to feel everything. Let's see how fast they push the pace and how quickly you go from angry to amazed, from anxiety to assurance. Denial will lead to determination. Hunger will become hysteria. Just when we think we felt every emotion possible, we realize that was only one game. But it takes 4 wins.
Only way to do it. Only way to do it.
To become champion.
From my hometown.
See, for me, the voiceover of an iconic Hollywood legend matched with this absolute masterpiece of NBA just made me feel something, made me respond in a way that I want to when I see something that's going to impact me. Now, yes, I'm a tragic NBA fan. I love all forms of sport, but this one really sucked me in. It really did get me. It made me feel something.
I have to admit I am not an NBA fan.
What?
No. No. And I don't know who the voiceover is, but what got me
John Malkovich.
Well, I'm a huge Adele fan. So the music track is one of Adele's first ever hits off like one of her first biggest albums. And whenever I hear that, yeah, it gets me in the feels. So it still worked for me. And I think it does for me, especially like music is something that really can elevate and add those chills and that emotional response. So worked for me and yeah, got me in the feels for sure, but mostly just from the track.
So do you reckon we can now see you watching the Eastern and Western Conference finals that are about to kick off in the coming days, Gabs? Can I see you glued to the TV at 9 a.m. and midday every day, watching the Celtics go head-to-head with the 76ers, Game 7 playing out today at midday, or just not going to happen?
If Adele's doing like a live performance at halftime,
Nice work. Well played.
Yeah, that's it. That's it, Caro?
Yeah, I was the same. I didn't know who the voiceover artist was. And I actually didn't even hear the backing track either. Like the music didn't even stand out to me, but the narrative did. So the actual scripting that they put together, I thought was really emotive. I'm not a fan of basketball either, but still can relate to the euphoria and the ups and the downs of, you know, watching any kind of sporting game. So surprisingly, I got the feels from it too, which I wasn't expecting when I saw the title and I first opened it. I was like, oh, sport, here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
But you know,
here we go.
Yeah,
bloody sport.
It worked.
I'm not an NBA fan, surprisingly. But
we're all open with the same.
No. So, but what I did what I did is I have I've got an expert in the house. So I went and spoke to him. My 18-year-old, who's just a mad man for watching, and he's been glued to the Boston and
76.
Philadelphia finals series. He got me cheering for the Sacramento Kings just before they got absolutely poleaxed by the Golden State Warriors, whoever they are. I really so I really like the thing where they have all of those celebrities that they don't make a big deal of having, like Jimmy Kimmel just in a dark room writing a script, watching the show. Like there's something delightfully human about the way they use celebrities, Tony Hawk and Peyton Manning. Like they're just going about their business, but they're basketball fans too. Like there's this lovely kind of, we're all basketball fans. But this, I said to the resident expert, I said, what do you think of it? And he said, it makes me look forward to the final. It makes me want to watch the game. And I thought, well, that's kind of like intention. It gets excited. Like he wants to be, he's a convert, like they're singing to the choir, but he was absolutely like, that makes me want to watch the game. So like it ticks every single box. Like it's like the story, the music, the games, the history, like that, all of that old footage of Larry Bird.
Kobe, Magic, like they're all there.
Yeah. So he was very, very, he was delighted by it. And so I have to go with that. Like it's singing to the choir, but he loved it. So.
And I guess my question, when we're thinking about something a little closer to home, I think the AFL, obviously doesn't need to advertise on an ongoing basis, but they're definitely preaching to the choir. And obviously the NBA is in a similar situation, but they do. And the question is, why wouldn't you come up with something like that for our final series? Like I know the NBL in Australia also does it, although the NBL is nowhere near as popular as the NBA in America. That's the National Basketball League in Australia. But my question would be, like, as a brand, I think there's an opportunity for a brand ad for the AFL to do something like that, like hark back to the history, go all the way back and pick up on some of these absolute legends, and get the hair on your arm to stand up as we head towards the finals this year as well. I mean, I think there's a huge opportunity, but I don't know. That's me sort of pitching.
I would. I'm going to leap in there. I'm going to leap in there because I can see my high horse approaching, and I just want to get in on this one. That's because the AFL doesn't use advertising thinking when they create ads to promote the game. It's all like, let's just show the excitement of the game. Let's show a high mark, and let's show, people like it's the game. They're interested in the game. But AFL fans, sports fans, are not just interested in the action of the game. They're invested in the history of the game. They're interested in the culture of the game. They're invested in the relationships that form between, like me and a mate of mine follows Hawthorn, and we'll sit down and we'll watch a Melbourne Hawthorn game because that's what we do. Like, and there's none of that. There's none of that in the AFL advertising, certainly not in the Fox Sport advertising. It's just like, let's just be excited by it. It's like, no, make me, I understand that it's exciting, but I want to feel something a little bit more. There you go. Off my high horse. I'll just
yes, absolutely agree. I think NAB, who obviously aren't the AFL, but the one they do with the little mini legends, I mean, that tickles me on an ongoing basis.
That's
and every
funny.
year but it gets you, like, that's using advertising to to promote the game. Anyway, it leads me to my question about advertising for this week. And should all ads give you the feels, or is there an opportunity for an ad to just be an ad, or should it make you feel something every time it's rolled out off the press, it's out of the cutting room floor, out of the edit suite? Should it make you feel something?
Can I get a clarifying?
Of course you can. Are you bringing your high horse, or are you just going?
No. I just want to get before I answer the question. When you say makes you feel something, you want to get a really kind of gut felt, visceral. Oh, I love that, or just
that's Nirvana.
I haven't watched that.
That's nirvana, but I think I want to feel, I want to know whether all ads should evoke an emotional response, or whether it can just be something that you look at and go, okay, that's an ad that kind of, that does what it's supposed to do.
Clarifying question. When you say feel something, do you want to have, does it need to be like genuinely like emotional, like in the classic kind of emotional sense, or can we just like feel smarter? Or,
Yeah, I think what I'm really looking for, the heart of the question is, the ultimate is this visceral response we talk about. And I think the response I've had to the NBA ad that we've just watched, and I guess, some of the car commercials sometimes do it for me as well, particularly the Bronco one from overseas, and the American Bronco ad does the same thing to me. That's like the absolute pinnacle. But my question is, should every ad, whether it's press, whether it's radio, TV, whether it's, whatever, broadcast on demand, social media, should it evoke some kind of emotional response or not? That's really what I'm asking. And again, you've got the top end, and then you've got just something that, as you say, GD, maybe makes you feel like you're smarter for watching it.
I think all of them, like, that's what advertising is. It should make you feel something. I guess it's a matter of what kind of level of feeling is that. Like we're saying, is it this kind of all-in, hair-raising, oh my God feeling, or is it a feeling of, action? Like, that makes me feel like I want to do that, or that makes me feel like I need that, or I want to join that movement. I think advertising fails if it doesn't promote action, and action is usually derived from a feeling of wanting to do or wanting to have. So yeah, I think all ads should make you want to feel something, or make you feel something and want to do something.
Gab?
Anyone else?
My answer is, I'm going to sit on the fence. Yes and no. Like, if we're talking emotional, visceral response, like heartwarming, or what we've just seen from the NBA, I think when you're talking big brand advertising on TVC, yes. But if I'm looking at a little display ad that wants me to go and buy a pair of jeans from the Iconic, that is not an emotional, visceral response. That is a price point, practical, bottom of funnel, pushing me to convert response. So I think what CARO said is right. Like, there's a very big difference between that emotional and the taking action, and the emotional and building that emotional connection starts at the top of the funnel with the big brand awareness, loyalty piece. But as you get further down the funnel and we're looking at really converting, I mean, I'm sure NBA probably, running display ads that are like, buy tickets to the finals now. But they've got that actual emotive response from the first piece of advertising. So I think if you look at a campaign holistically, yes, there should be some emotional, visceral response throughout the campaign, but not every single ad and not every single format allows you to really drive that home.
I think I absolutely agree. Gabby, you're sitting on the fence. Yeah, I think we are emotional creatures, and we don't do anything unless there is an emotional impetus to do it. Even the, buy now, or go to the checkout now, is like there's a fear of, I need to get now. I don't want to miss out. This is a price that's never going to be, like, there's always something that triggers an action. So yes, every ad, I think, is emotional, but I think not every ad makes the most of it. So I think every ad should be like, they should aim for a visceral response, even at the bottom of the funnel. I totally get what you're saying, Gabs. I think that sense of, right, I've got it, check out now. The amount of people who drop out of a sale between go to checkout and press the button, like, there needs to be an effective, and that's all emotion. Like, it's understanding the emotion of the moment and working your way through it. And I think every ad deserves to understand the emotional context and the emotional need at that particular point in time. And I don't think they do at the moment, but I think they should. Every ad must play with an emotion of, even if it's just, oh, I feel smarter. I'm going to invest in lithium because I want to be rich. Then, greed and intelligence and, all of that. Not all the emotions need to be positive for an ad to be successful.
True.
I think we can work on the 7 deadly dwarfs, lust, envy, greed, avarice, whatever,
Wow, I've never heard of those short-statured people before, JD. I've never heard of that one. Well, I believe that there's opportunity in every ad we do. Is there need to be emotionally centered? And like you say, Gabs, at the bottom of the funnel where I'm triggered to say I'm going to go from the journey of this story of the beautiful dress, jeans, car, whatever, to the bottom end of the funnel where I'm like, yep, that one tips me over the edge. Is that still an emotional response to take me to the point of heading into the dealership? I think it is. So, yeah, I think so. That's what I think anyway.
Yeah, like you think of a good salesperson. I went to the Apple store yesterday and got myself a new 13.
Okay, well, how long, just quickly, how long since the previous new one? I just want to get a sense before you go into the story. What's the tenure of an Eau Cologne
2
with
years.
you? 2 years, okay.
2 years, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I got mine just after you got your little red Mini, so whenever that was. So, yeah, I think
my red Mini? Ferrari? Car?
Oh, no, the little mini phone. You had a little...
Oh, right. So, yeah, okay, same
one?
time. So, that's coming on to... That's 2 years in December, that one.
Yeah. So, I think, but I needed a new phone, so I went and got one. However,
as you should.
I bloody should. One of the things that always shits me about new phones, is that you buy the phone and then you've got to buy the cover and the screen protector, because I'm not
charger nowadays as well.
I'm not the most coordinated person in the world, as you can tell by my fashion sense. And the amount of phones and screens that I break is just shitful. And the guy did not make me fear breaking it and missed the sale. All he needed to do was, do you want a screen protector? And I would have gone, oh yeah, shit, and a bloody phone thing, and he missed that, and so there is that. I reckon you need to trigger an emotion to get a sale or to get a value add on the sale. There you go.
So before
the emotion of fear.
Phone, if there was an emotional ad that showed some Muppet dropping their phone and then picking it up, shattered screen, and like, oh, you would have been, get me a cover before you walked in there.
A big poster with, like a crack or the window at
don't show your crack. Like that would be a cracking ad for Apple. Don't show your crack.
Brilliant.
Like get that on the front window as you walk in.
Big window, the window at the Apple store with a massive crack through it.
Yeah.
And, don't show your crack. I love the line.
They don't want you buying a screen protector or a case because they want you to crack it so that you have to go in and get it fixed and they get more money out of you.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think you're being...
the white box heaven, it's called Apple.
I love it. I love the cynicism, but I think you're being a little bit cynical.
I love the white box heaven in there. It's just a beautiful thing. But my friends, that's another edition of the Glittery Bones of Advertising. Don't go change, and we'll see you next week. Toodaloo.
Bye.
Bye.